I don't know, wala siya sa mga goal ko noon eh. Yung mapansin ni Doechii, ni Siza, ni Lady Gaga, ni Marina Summers. So, kung ano yung expect nila, itodo pa natin. Look forward ko magkaroon ng jowa.
So, ano bang type mo? Pareho tayo ng type eh.
Sige ka
tsaka...
Bilis ko pa naman din ma-attach, Miss Eva.
Oh, no.
Gantong podcast din, Miss Eva. Ito rin yung mga magandang best testimonies na kailangan din marinig ng tao eh. Pag hindi nila alam, hindi nila maiintindihan, hindi sila magkakaroon ng realization time na, nga no, kailan ko ba last time chinek si Lord?
Feeling ko kasi ito mga gantong usapan, hindi to ina-expect in a drag-centric show.
Ito yung tunay na evangelism, Miss Eva talaga.
Hi everyone, welcome to Evangelism the podcast. So, ang guest natin today is from the Bright House of Ding. She's the queen of the jungle. It's Zimba D.
Hello. Good evening,
Hi,
D.
welcome to Evangelism.
Thank you, Miss Eva.
How are you today? I love your hair.
Thank you.
Bagong kulay ba to?
No, parang 3 months na din siya.
Totoong hair yan.
Hindi nga, yun yung catch dito.
Galing!
Totoong hair naman siya.
Oo.
Nakaka-body, di ba?
Oo.
Nakaka-top 5.
Actually, pang finale nga ng eh.
I love my hair. Kakakat lang ng bangs ko yesterday.
Who cut it? Ikaw na?
Me.
Sabog! Sabog!
Hindi kasi siya naintindihan ng mga barbero kasi kulot siya. So,
paano yun? Parang ipupull mo muna.
Tapos mali ako. Pagka-pull ko, nung natuyo na siya, sobrang iksi.
Tama. Aalsa pa siya dito.
Ayun yung mali ko dun. Pero cute pa rin naman siya. I made it work.
I love it.
Cute.
Love. And you've really embraced this this brand in and out of drag na talagang you're that baddie. You really embrace that baddie aesthetic.
Baddie appearance lang siguro talaga.
Pero goodie ka talaga
Pero
sa heart.
sobrang buti ng puso ko.
Tama naman. How are you today? What's your headspace coming into here? It's like, where are you
Ang
from?
headspace ko, mag-share ng buhay.
Okay.
As in, I like it. Gusto ko yung mga ganitong part ng pagka drag celebrity siguro. Yung bukod sa drag mo, na-share mo this time yung mga side ng buhay mo na parang secrets or like yung mga alam na sa'yo pero surface level pa lang, pero this time parang ma-share mo siya ng fully ma-explain mo yung sarili mo, mas maintindihan ka at kapag mas naintindihan ka nila, mas mapapamahal sa'yo yung mga tao. So,
Tama.
I like this day.
And there's something about like hearing it from your own voice eh. Pag napanood mo yung sarili mong video na parang, ay ganito nga pala ako, no? Kasi normally, people will reduce you to kung ano lang yung nakita nila sa TV. Parang nakita nila si Zimba ganito. Yun na yung parang pinanghahawakan nila na yun na. Na yun ka na. Magkakaroon na sila ng potluck ng feeling nilang character mo.
Correct.
At yun na yung convince nila na yun. But podcasts like these, we talk about like things stories that are unheard of. Our humanity is more complex than it seems. Diba? You're still staying with your Kaila Briggs.
Yes.
When Brigading was here, we were talking about anong setup nyo sa bahay. So talaga magkakasama kayo sa
sa bahay. Magka-share kami ng room ni Kuya Bombading. Diba? Sa laki niya ng tao at sinipis kong to, magka-share kami ng room.
So mas matanda si Bomba sa'yo.
Okay. Matanda. Pero sa drag, mas matanda ako sa kanya. So one bed. Pero yung may nahatak na
yung may hinihila sa ilalim.
Yes.
Oh no.
Siya yung mas malaki sa akin, pero ako yung nasa taas. Kasi ako yung mas babae, syempre.
Tama. Sino bang unang gumigising?
Ako din.
Ha, di ba dapat kasi sino yung unang nagigising? Siya yung dapat na nasa baba.
Actually, dapat siya yung unang gumising kasi siya yung magalampaso at magwawalis. Pero pagod siya kasi sa gabi. So, ako na yung gigising ng mas maaga kasi magluluto na ako for lunch.
Ang cute!
Meron kami bagong cute little setup sa bahay na. Kasi parang I like cooking lunch na sa house.
Okay.
Kasi kay Bombay yung nagwawalis ang lampaso. So, kung sino sa amin mo unang gumising, dapat magawa na yung trabaho namin. And I like my job. Magluto ng ulam sa for lunch.
Oh, cute. So, si Briggs yung namamalengke.
Oo. Pero nag-work na rin siya.
Nag-work na rin siya. So, parang a normal day in the house of Ding is like, okay, gigising. Tapos sino nagluluto ng breakfast?
Brunch na kagad kami.
Brunch na agad. Oo, tama naman, brunch.
Brunch na agad.
Ang sabi ni sabay-sabay pa daw kayo kumakain eh.
Yes, always talaga.
Tapos magka-pray.
Oo. As in, always talaga siya. Parang normal default siya.
Ang cute.
Hindi siya yung pilit na,
Oo.
try naman natin magsama-sama. Hindi eh. Ganun talaga.
Talaga mag-aantayan kayo bago kumain. Like, dudulog sa hapagkainan.
Oo. Tsaka may isa kasi sa atin maghugas ng pinggan eh. So,
Oo. Para isang hugasan na
para
lang.
isang hugasan na lang.
Tama.
Tsaka para masabi natin kung masarap ba talaga yung luto, mag-compliment sa isa't isa,
Tama.
magbigayan ng good energy bago mag-start yung araw.
Anong specialty mo?
Adobo!
Oh, tama.
Yeah, I like adobo.
Like, how do you cook your adobo?
Tinuruan ako ni Tatay Kevin. So,
Okay.
tinuruan niya ako na mix lang everything as in yung chicken and toyo, suka, lahat ng condiments na dyan. As in, i-marinate 15 to 20 minutes. And then, magsaute na ng bawang sibuyas. Tapos, ilagay na kagad ng chicken. Then, lagay na yung pinakatoyo, yung sabaw. Tapos,
Correct.
slow cook na siya. Tapos, timplahan na. Tapos, that's it. Parang mahabang papakuluin lang na maraming beses para lumabnaw yung sauce. Tapos, masarap na siya talaga.
Nice.
Wala nang patumpik-tumpik. Ganun lang.
Tama.
Marinate and then cook it.
Ako kasi when I cook my adobo, ano din siya, nakamarinate yung soy sauce. Pero hinihiwalay ko yung paglalagay ng suka. Nilalagay ko siya towards the end. Kasi parang gusto ko yung adobo ko na medyo maasim. And ayoko yung ayoko yung natutuyo yung natutuyo yung
Sabaw.
yung sabaw, 'di ba? Tas mantika na lang yung natitira.
Gets.
And then one thing na lagi ko yung ginagawa is yung, alam mo yung bawang. So you fry the bawang and then you remove it. Tapos ilalagay mo siya sa dulo.
So, on top of the adobo.
Oo,
Tapos,
para-
sa buo pa siya.
Para mas buo yung lasa ng garlic.
Ng garlic.
You can try it. You guys try it. Actually, napanood ko to kay Panlasang Pinoy. Hindi naman ako nag-i-inerte na original recipe ko siya. Pero, try mo na hiwalay. Pag nag-brown na yung bawang, tanggalin mo na siya. Tapos put it separately. It will... Alam mo lang, if you like a garlicky...
Kami sobrang daming bawang na para bang may aswang sa amin. As in, sobrang daming bawang ipang ma-marinate. Yun siya. As in, sobrang daming bawang. Yun ata yung pinaka, talaga, secret recipe ng adobo. Sobrang daming bawang.
Minsan kasi may mga manok na parang depende siguro sa manok din. Meron mga manok na parang medyo...
Manok.
manok na manok.
Manok na manok. Naglalaban na
usapan na, some chickens. It's too chicken. So, sa bahay nyo, parang nanay talaga si Briggs. Napagalitan
talaga.
ka na sa bahay ni Briggs.
Sa mga pag may nakakalimutan lang na hindi kasi marunong magalit si Mama Briggs eh. I don't know. There's something wrong about her. I think, I'm not sure kung kinalakihan niyang ganun siyang di nagagalit. Siguro, by choice na rin. Ang dami niya kasi binabasang libro, parang lahat doon, huwag ka magalit. Baka lahat siguro na nababasa na subukan mong magalit, ikay masusunugan ng bahay. Siguro mga ganun level. So, di siya
Puro
nagagalit.
sa mga motivational, inspirational books.
As in, hindi siya nagagalit. Tapos, sarcasm lang siguro. Sarcastic way yung pag niya sa'yo. Parang, gusto mo ba maghugas ng pinggan? Parang, gusto mo magwalis? Tanghaling tapat, gusto mo magwalis, nakailata. Mga ganun, parang wala kang choice. Maghugas talaga. Parang ganun. Wala kang choice to follow.
Hindi siya talaga yung parang, tanghali na, di ba kayo nag-ano?
Hindi talaga, wala.
Oh my God, nakakatawa.
Tsaka, she can do it by herself eh. So, parang kung sabihin niya sa'yo, kaya niya namang gawin yun eh. Pero kung gusto niya ipagawa sa'yo, gusto niyang matuto kami. Pero not in like super lecture way na magagalit-galit.
Parang nakakatuwang gawing reality TV show yung Bahay ng Ding. Bahay ng Ding. Bahay Ding. Oo. I think that will be very interesting. Kasi alam mo, nung nandito si Briggs, that was before pa siya sa Station. And then I asked, how does it feel na yung anak mo na si Zimba Ding is now a Ru girl? Ganyan. Napag-usapan nyo na ba, like ever talaga, how proud you're sa kanya? And then, isa sa mga naaalala kong sinabi niya is, namimiss niya about you is yung innocence.
Oo nga.
Na parang lahat dati nakadantay ka sa kanya. Parang, ganyan. So what do you think about that?
Napanood ko rin yung niya, nalungkot ako na masaya din naman kasi parang dumating na kami sa gantong point, ibig sabihin na super naging matured ako because of her more.
Correct.
So parang yung maturity ko nadagdagan pa because of her. So parang hindi siya negative eh. Pero namimiss ko rin naman magpabebe kay Mama Briggs. Pag nagpabebe pa ako, parang I don't know, hindi siya maartehan siguro eh. Parang kaya niya siguro nga kasi nami-miss kasi parang I'm over matured na siguro. Parang hindi na ako nagpapa-cute. Pero nag-share pa rin naman ako kay Mama Briggs. Pero not like kung paano yung dati na everything. Parang, di ko alam to. Anong gagawin ko dito, Hindi na ganun ngayon. Parang nakuha ko na rin yung daloy ng buhay ko as a drag artist and as myself, kahit hindi drag. Kasi ang dami yung tinulungan talaga sa amin, like, sa lahat ng aspect.
And now that she is back in the game for Station Royale, how does it feel?
Ayun, nakakakilig kasi sumali sa Mama Briggs, natalo siya. Sumali ako, natalo din ako. Now it's our second time again. Na-inspire ulit ako, parang so I can do it again for the second time kasi kakayanin mo eh, parang kinaya mo this time around. So parang binibigyan mo ulit ako ng bagong ng inspiration. Ang galing mo, parang ayaw mo magpatalo talaga. Parang lahat gagawin mo para maibalik yung sarili mo sa dati mong ikaw. Kasi bago ulit tong experience sa kanya. Hindi niya ito naranasan nung season 1. As in, it's a different scenario na kung dati man siyang taga-O-Bar, kung nag-season 1 man siya, ibang-iba yung ngayon. I'm so proud of her.
I would say kasi na parang after nung filming namin ng season 1 Drag Race, parang Briggs had like a moment of like was feeling lost. And I think she found her purpose again when she built your house. Kaya parang nung nandito siya, I don't know if some of it was included in the edit, pero sinasabi niya na parang I was so busy, parang doon niya binuhos niya talaga sa pagbuo ng House of Ding, ganyan. Ultimo sa paghatid sa mga recitals ni Bomba, kasama siya, attending to all of you. And now, sabi niya, naalala ko yun, sabi niya parang, I want something na ako naman. And then she started with that play that she did.
Process.
And then, now it's her amazing run sa Station Royale, and she's been a very beautiful person. She's a very giving and amazing human being, and talagang deserve niya naman lahat.
Sure.
From I first saw you in Bikini Men, sa sa Draper pa yun dati. Ganyan na nakikisali ka sa mga to your drag now, which is like a very solid artistry. Like alam mong katalikod pa lang, Zimba to. It's that awesome. It's that amazing. I just want to say that parang grabe. Ang galing talaga nung improvement mo mula in a very short span of time. But before we go there, let's go first back to how you started drag. Ang kwento sa amin ni Briggs ay lumapit ka daw sa kanya. By that time, I think you were still working at a BPO. Parang tapos ka daw sa simbahan.
Yes.
So tell us, how did you start?
So, nag-work ako sa TaskUs. BP, TaskUs, working student. Hindi ako nag-work nun sa physical mismo na sa venue. Pero, parang na-redeploy ako. Sabi ko, kailangan pala, parang floating lang kami yung kung anong account namin. So, I worked there 3 months. And then, nag-apply ako dito kay Kuya Buknoy. Do you know Kuya Buknoy, the host?
Yes.
So, ang pinaka-work niya dito sa TaskUs is engagement team.
Okay.
Nung pumasok ko sa TaskUs, sobrang papansin ko, as in fashion, tapos dance. Tapos nung sabi nilang opening sila for a member, nag-audition ako.
Correct.
But din yung audition ko, kala ko kasi, yung cheer squad nila, engagement team, kala ko, cheerleading dancers. So, nagpasa ko ng audition, I can do splits, I can do bending, tumbling. Sumayo ako ng bongga. Tapos, hindi ko alam na engagement team pala siya. So, nung pinanood nila, tawang-tawa sila kasi kala nila, nag-apply ako for cheer dancers. Tapos sinabihan niya ako, sabi niya, Paul kasi name ko. Paul, hindi to cheer dancers, engagement team to. So, kaya cheer squad lang yung namin kasi kami nagpapasaya.
Correct.
Sabi ko, para ayoko mapahiya, sige, mag-audition na lang din ako.
Engagement yung mga paandar sa mga
sila nag-organize ng events.
Mga dinner and dance or mga rewards and recognition.
Tapos sabi ko, sige, mag-audition na lang ako. Nakapasok naman ako top 5 from 20 to top 5. Tapos, nung nag-interview na ako, sabi ni Kuya Buknoy, ano bang hobby mo? Ano bang gusto mo? Ano bang ibang ganap mo? Wala akong idea about drag. Pero nanonood ako ng RuPaul's Drag Race. Season 9, kay Shay. Sabi ko, I like watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, gusto mo maging drag queen? Hindi naman, kasi hindi siya pasok sa ganap ko kasi very church kid eh. Pero hindi ko siya gusto. Pero if if kaya kong maging drag queen for a day, I'll do it. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, ay may best friend akong drag queen, si Brigiding. Tapos pinakilala niya sa akin. Tapos nag-perform ako ng June Pride, 2022 lang to. Andun si Brigiding kasi minake-upan niya si Kuya Buknoy ng drag. Sabi niya sa akin, oy, hi, hello. Gusto mo maging drag queen, i-message mo ako on Instagram. So, I message her June.
Correct.
Premiere ng season 1, August. So, nag-message ako, hello po, kuya, parang tawag sa kanya, Kuya
Philip. Kuya Philip. Kuya Philip.
Kasi John Philip siya.
Oo, John Philip.
Kuya Philip, sabi niya, mama na lang. Tapos, ayun, August, bago mag-premiere ng season 1, kinuha niya na ako, pinagbato niya ako ng damit. So, ang pinaka-bet ko talagang part ito is episode 1 pa lang ng Drag Race niya. Andun na talaga ako kagad.
As in, sa silo?
PA na ako.
Yeah.
Episode 1 pa lang, as in wala pang tao, wala pa nagmamahal sa inyo. Hindi pa siya kilala. As in, 40 people lang ata, tas friends pa nila. Andun na ako. Ibig sabihin, parang from the start pa lang talaga, andun na ako kay Mama Briggs. So, nag-training ako for 3 months until mag-debut sa Baxilog.
Ano yung training na pinagdaanan mo?
PA lang talaga. As in, pero hindi niya ako, never kami nagkaroon ng yung makeup, as in may make-upan niya ako, kung ano gagawin sa paddings. As in, titignan ko lang siya palagi kung paano siya mag-transform.
Parang shadowing, no?
As in, exposure lang sa drag scene.
Correct.
Tapos, sabi niya, sige, kaya mo na yan. Sige. Tapos binigyan niya na ako makeup, ng gamit, ng wigs. Until sa nag-debut ako, tapos nagtuloy-tuloy kagad.
Bilis.
Ang bilis.
Ano talaga.
And then after a year, Drag Race Season 3. So, parang, wow. Amazing siya, Miss Eva. Kasi imagine, parang, kasi literal na 1 year and 2 months lang ako, yung drag ko, yung experience ko sa drag. Nakapag season 3 ako ng Drag Race Philippines.
Grabe.
And it speaks a lot na magaling si Mama Briggs. Hindi siya more of me na parang, ang galing mo naman. Hindi rin sa ako lang. Parang, ang galing din ni Mama Briggs kasi. Ang galing ng binigay na talent sa akin ni Lord. But then, ang galing na binigay ni Lord si Mama Briggs sa akin as an instrument para gumaling ako lalo sa drag ko. Hindi pa nga para gumaling para malaman ko kung ano yung basic ng drag.
Correct.
'Di ba? Parang basics pa nga lang yung matutunan ko within a year pero pinunta niya ako sa Drag Race Philippines. Super amazed. As in, hindi ko alam kung paano nangyari pero baka yun talaga meant for me.
Yeah. And, nag-audition ka.
I did audition.
So, what were your thoughts when you set the audition?
Ang ambitious ko, right?
Yeah.
Ang ambitious ko. As in, I only had, 1 year lang. Yun yung pinaka-ano ko talaga. Parang pinang-bragging ko siya. Yung 1 year lang yung ano ko, pero mag-audition ako dito.
Tama.
Hindi ako sumasali ng masyadong competition, mga cartel, anything.
Correct.
But I joined Bunganga Battle Royale and I won that. Yun ang pinaka naging turning point ko na nanalo ko dito sa 7-week competition na to. Dahil dun yun, Miss Eva, kung ba't ako nagkaroon ng confidence sumali.
Right. Bunganga Battle Royale. Nag-judge kami nila silhouette noon.
Finale.
Finale.
Yes, I won that.
Oo nga pala. That's you.
That's 100K.
Yes.
Napanalo ko yun. Tapos sabi ko, pag napanalo ko to, ibig sabihin, ready ako for Drag Race Philippines. And naipanalo ko.
Tama.
So,
nag-audition.
Nag-audition ako. Tapos yung audition ko noon, as in, sabi ko, kung audition ko lang pala, dapat bonggaan ko na. Kasi kung audition pa lang, pangit na baka hindi ako i-consider. O first 30 seconds pa lang, in-next na yung...
Correct.
So, binigyan ko na ng magandang hook talaga.
Tama.
Tapos, nakapasok. Ang amazing nung kasi bago ko makapasok sa Drag Race, sobrang dami nangyayari sa life.
Like,
so, parang, yung pinakapagkapasok ko ng Drag Race, binigay ni Lord yung Drag Race ko kasi meron siyang matitinding struggles na ibibigay sa akin na hindi ko alam na mangyayari before coming sa Drag Race. Like, losing people na I love the most. Ganun. So, parang, binigyan mo ba ako ng Drag Race para pampalubag loob? Parang mga ganun yung mga thoughts nun. Pero, hindi siya ganun. Hindi ko siya na ganun na nakikita na now. Grateful lang talaga na binigay, yung trajectory ko as drag artist, sobrang bilis. And hindi ko naman siya hayaan na bumaba agad anytime.
Tama. Ang galing nung in fairness, yun nga na parang binigay siya sa'yo. Hindi, girl. You sent your audition tape. There was a voice inside you that said that you're ready regardless.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do this shit. It's not like parang aksidente mo lang na ipirma yung pangalan mo. Magfi-film ka ng isang buong 15-minute audition tape. Gagawin mo lahat ng yun.
Gagawa ka ng storyline.
Gagawa ka ng story. Papakita mo yung buong wardrobe mo. Gagawin mo yung ganito, yung ganyan. So that means that at that point in time, talagang Drag Race. Pero, sinubmit mo yung audition na yun with an intent talaga to make it to the show for that season.
Yeah.
Diba?
Season 3.
Yeah, so you really have that grit. You really have that determination. And I think it's bonus to have like a mom like Brigiding. Pero alam mo, kahit gano'ng kagaling ang drag mother mo, if you don't have it in you, hindi naman
Yeah.
it won't, you know, I think it's still you. Imagine you left your BPO, your task us to do full-time PA ship
PA, yeah.
because you wanted to do drag.
Yes.
And then, in a short span of time, inaral mo yung Bunganga Battle Royale, you train, and then Drag Race. I think what I see in you is like, every time you set your mind into something, go. Talagang
Focus.
that grit. Napaka-commendable na na trait niyan. You auditioned for Drag Race and then you made it there and then you saw your competition. Take us back, what was on your mind day 1 ng season 3?
Miss Eva, sabi ko sa loob, habang nagpe-prepare kami, ang storyline ko talaga, like, underdog. Underdog. Kasi ako lang,
Correct.
1 year of drag experience, tapos sinuba ko para makipagsabayan doon kila Maxi, kila Angel. Bago ko pumasok doon, sila yung nakikita ko sa mga gigs. So, sila yung mga personality sa stage, personality backstage. So, sabi ko, kung kakalabanin ko to, ako lang yung nakikita nilang PAPA ni Mommy.
Oo.
Anong turing nila sa akin doon? Baka kawawa. So, underdog. But then, nung andun na kami sa loob, nagkakatanungan kami hindi na pala ako parang, isa ka sa mga kalaban dito. Hindi ka yung, parang bigla akong naugal. Parang nawala yung storyline na pwede ako magpa-cute. Kasi sabi ko sa sarili ko, pwede ako magpa-cute dito kasi underdog ako dito.
Baby
Tapos,
queen pa ako.
like, di nyo alam kung anong ibubog ako. Pero, all this time, alam na nila na parang, girl, alam kong palaban ka. Ganyan-ganyan. So, parang, sige, galingan na lang natin pero hindi na parang pa-cute. So, kung ano yung expect nila, itodo pa natin.
Tama.
Ganon. For me, kalaban ko talaga doon. Siguro si Maxi nga talaga. Pero, hindi ko siya iniisip. Wala akong ganong mga thoughts na parang sino ba kalaban ko dito? Sino bang mga ko dito? Kailangan ko lang talaga makapasok ng top 4. Tapos, kahit alam kong rookie ako doon, Miss Eva, naniniwala akong kaya ko siyang maipanalo. Kasi may mga queens na kailangan ko lang makapasok sa Drag Race to change my life.
Okay na ako.
Hindi ganun ang thoughts ko. Parang, kaya ko manalo dito. Kaya ko maging, sino to yung mga youngest queens na
Crystal Versace
na may ipapanalo. Yun yung thoughts ko talaga.
Correct.
Sabi ko, hindi naman siya ambitious siguro kasi alam ko kung ano yung galing ko eh. Alam ko yung gift na binigay sa akin ni Lord. Alam ko yung training na binigay ni Maverick. So, bago ko pumasok dito, alam kong kaya ko siya maipanalo. Hindi lang para magbigay ng magandang show or like, wala, makapasok and makabago ng buhay. Hindi.
I love it.
Maipapanalo natin to. Ganun.
God, I'm having goosebumps. Kasi alam mo yun, that's, tama yun eh. I think you are humble that way. Kasi you know what you have to give eh. You know what you can offer to the table eh.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like when you are confident, I think you can't be humble and not know what you have to give. Kasi kung meron ka lang confidence pero hindi mo alam kung saan ka magaling, hindi mo alam yung pinagdaanan mo, that's arrogance. Kasi parang you're projecting something that is not there. Yes. But if you know that you did the hard work, you are confident with what you've bring, you know that you're good at it, then there's that cool, quiet confidence that makes you humble. Diba? And alam mo yun eh, pag magaling ka eh, you don't have to speak so much about it. And then you aspire for bigger things. Actually, ambitious ka. And that's a good trait to have. I think we should talk more about that. Kasi parang medyo ganyan din si Marina nung season namin eh. Di ba yung niya, 5 treasures in a silver platter, serving up like 5 stars. I'm the new kid in the city. And, kasi yun naman yung niya, yun din yung amats niya na parang dahil siya yung bago nung panahon namin. Nung panahon namin, siya yung bagong salta. Siya yung, kami, mahigit 2 years na kami nagtatrabaho. Pero siya parang, wala pang 1 year siya nagsimula sa Nectar. So, siya yung new girl sa bar. Tapos, nag-drag race, no? And then, sometimes they think na parang, bukang bibig din yung humility. Even si Briggs, ang niya is like parang, dapat talaga humble ka. Ang ganyan-ganyan. Pero I think a lot of what's not being mentioned is that humility comes from a place of knowing what you have to give. Iba kasi yung arrogant. There's a very thin line between arrogance and confidence eh. And you have it. It's not because mababa yung tingin mo sa iba. It's because you know that you did the work. Tell us, what's the most memorable moment in Drag Race Season 3 for you?
Grabe. For me talaga. Recently, nag-scroll ako ng TikTok ulit. Lumabas ulit ang video namin ni Mama na makeover challenge. Tapos, trending kasi yung video. Parang 2.2M
Correct.
yung views niya. So, tiyan ko parang, alam mo yung mga edit on TikTok na slow yung sound, yung naka-reverb ng todo. Pero, nakakatawa. Pero yung pagka-check ko ng comments, grabe. Sobrang, kung ano yung gusto kong mangyari, kung ano yung message na gusto kong makuha ng tao sa akin, nakuha nila talaga, Miss Eva. Yung message ko na makita ko yung sarili ko on TV, tapos ma-share ko yung story ng family namin. Yun talaga, parang hindi siya bonus. It's one of the goals kung bakit ako gustong pumunta ng Drag Race. Tapos, na-achieve namin siya. Hindi lang ako, na-achieve din siya kasi andun si Mama. So, parang, wala nang question na parang, kung ano yung pinakita ko ng episode 1, kung ano yung story na iniyak-iyak ko doon. Tapos, biglang dumating na yung story ko mismo.
Correct.
Parang winner talaga. As in,
Tama.
winning part talaga siya ng Drag Race journey ko. As in, it's the makeover challenge and yung na-share ko yung story ni Mama and na ipakita na kung gaano kami ka-resilient, kung gaano ako ka-resilient sa buhay, sa family background namin, pero andun ako nakikipaglaban ng kabadingan, di ba? So,
Tama. Do you still stay with your family ngayon?
Kay Mama Briggs na ako, no? Pero I still visit Tala. As in, meron kaming, tinatry pa rin namin na magkita every Sunday at least to go to church. Kasi yun yung nakakapagpakuha ulit ng loob namin sa isa't isa. Kasi ang dami na ng pamilya. Lahat sila meron ng family. Ako, buti nga ako nag-chosen family. Lahat ng kuya ko meron ng anak at pamilya talaga. Ako bunso. Pero chosen family yung akin. Sila tunay na pamilya. Pero ayun, dahil sa simbahan, doon kami nakakapagkita pa ulit.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Hindi lang kami bumibisita doon para magsimba. Kami yung katulong para mapalaki yung small church na yun.
Saan yung simbahan na pinupuntahan niyo?
Dito na kami now sa sa Fairview, Victory. Pero growing up, meron kaming pinaka super church. As in, hindi lang kami bumibisita doon para magsimba. Kami yung katulong para mapalaki yung small church na yun. So parang yung family namin, meron kaming family ministry na matulungan tong church na to, hindi para lumago on its own, kundi para makapag-evangelize talaga, makapag-serve sa tao. And nagawa namin siya as in achieved until 2022, 2023. So, parang may sobrang grabing nangyari na we had to leave the church. Buong buhay namin binuo.
Correct.
Pero meron talaga palang mga rason. Hindi siya dahil sa kung gaano ka-solid yung relationship niyo with the other people. Basta magkaroon ng something na makakapagpa-trigger para mag-end yung mga bagay-bagay. Mangyayari talaga siya.
The thing about religious groups or religion in general, you have to follow meron siyang, medyo obsessed sila sa rules rather than the intrinsic value of your relationship with whoever is yung sinasamba ninyo, diba? So, recurring, sa nung season nyo that lagi ka nagdadasal, ganyan. And kasi ganyan din ako, yung family ko din, we always go to church every Sunday. I think that's that one day in a week na alam kong sa amin ang pamilya ko, and we do it. I wouldn't say that I am a religious person, but I am a very spiritual in the sense that yung relationship namin ni Lord solid. Kasi this is the part of me that I keep. Kasi parang feeling ko, people have no business telling me how I should have my relationship with God. Yung sa amin ni God, amin lang yun. It's something that I do not speak about publicly. Kasi parang parang, bakla ka nga, nagdadrag ka nga, friend mo nga si Pura, ganyan. Tapos nagdadasal. So parang, I don't talk about it. But when I saw you speaking about your faith so openly and so vocal about it, it's like, oh, she's rapping for the faithful ones, for the faithful girlies like myself, na parang, yeah, religion is a collective way of expressing faith because you share it with a group of people who, meron kayong rituals, meron kayong certain way of expressing that faith. But faith is more important than religion kasi faith is your relationship with your creator. I mean, mine is solid. Like, we always have talks every day. So when I saw you there, she's really repping it for all of us, no? what was on your mind every time you invoke the name of the creator in your
Sa akin
in your
naman, Miss
Drag Race
Eva,
journey?
parang for me kasi, it comes naturally. Parang hindi siya force. Parang part talaga siya ng pagkatao ko. Yung every time I speak about Jesus, parang siyang kung paano ko kinukwento sa mga Briggs. Ganun siya kasimple. Hindi siya yung bago sa akin. Hindi siya yung grand. Because Jesus is part of my truth. Ganun siya. Hindi siya yung parang pag sinare ko siya sa'yo, gusto kitang may mapulot na aral. Gusto ko may ma-convert ka. Hindi. Para lang ako nagkukwento ng isang kaibigan na normal.
The relationship with the creator is personal.
Yeah,
It's on a personal level. And as it should, I think. Na parang hindi siya some guy above the clouds na hindi ma-attain.
Oo, correct.
Diba?
Oh my God, that's true.
Ang relationship kay God is para siyang kaibigan. Like, ang relationship kay God is masasandalin mo siya kahit nandyan siya. Oh my God, for me to like be talking like this. Because dati akong singles for Christ.
Marami ka talaga.
Kids for Christ. Oo, dati. And then, ang school ko, Our Lady of Perpetual Soccer College is like Catholic school girl. Tapos talagang deboto ako ni St. Jude.
Talaga?
Kami yung mga kumukumpleto ng mga novena kapag araw. I do have those yung mga rituals. Pero parang feeling ko, isa rin sa mga pinakamalalaking regalo sa akin ng mga magulang ko growing up is I was raised na malapit sa kanya. And people would think otherwise sa porket drag queens kami, hindi kami nagdadasal.
That's so crazy.
Minsan nagiging joke pa nga siya. Parang pag alive ka, ganyan, di ba? But it's a truth. And it's also part of your truth. For the longest time, lalo na sa ating mga bading, di ba? God's love have been weaponized against members of the LGBTQIA+. Basta, there was one progressive church. And I remember the season 1 Drag Race. I was asked to do a homily in full drag. It's when drag or our sexuality intersects with faith. These can coexist. You can be a homosexual, you can be a lesbian, you can be anything and still have a relationship with your creator. And I think that's just a very beautiful thing for you to be so vocal about it. I was really moved pag ginagawa niyo, lalo na pag nagdadasal ka. Parang, oh my gosh.
God's love is not limited. Diba? Ibig sabihin, nako-cover niya yung sexuality ko. Right? He created us anyway. So why would he judge? Why would he pick lang kung anong gender yung gusto niyang, yung mamahalin niya? Parang binuo niya na tayo in the first place. Binuo niya nga tayo out of love eh. So, might as well tanggapin na lahat ng kung ano yung meron tayo dito sa mundo kasi created na siya as it is.
Yeah, and God is perfect. Wala siyang ginawang mali.
Oh my God, I love that. God is perfect.
Wala siyang gagawing mali. And alam mo yun, like, even if you've read the Bible too, you know that Jesus used to sit with the prisoners, with the prostitutes, with the rejects of society. And I think that if Jesus still lives to this day, kasama siya sa Pride March.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun? It's like,
that's so cute.
God, Jesus will be repping for the minorities, for those that are shunned away. I will always choose faith over religion. I have stopped going to church not because I don't believe in God anymore, but I do not believe in the judgment of humans in that place. Alam mo yun? And I'll just carry on with my life. And I believe na my life, I am the instrument of God. And I know that from the good shows, from the Drag in the South, to the way that I treat people, to the words that I speak, to the goodness in my heart that I share to the world, God lives in me more than a lot of people, than church people that I know.
Tsaka faith, for me, Miss Eva rin talaga, it gives you fuel and hope eh. May napanood akong movie, parang hindi siya, as in wala siyang kinikilala at all. Pero parang walang-wala na siya, sobrang hirap niya na as in wala siyang anything. Tapos doon lang siya nakaisip na pwede pala siya magkaroon ng faith kay Lord. Kasi kung wala ka naman ng anything, bakit mo papipigilan ng sarili mong maniwala na may Diyos?
Tama. Faith isn't loud. Faith isn't in the songs of worship. Faith isn't in the Bible verses that you quote. Faith is measured when you choose to believe in God when
Yeah.
all circumstances tell you not to. Alam mo yun. When you have that complete surrender.
Complete surrender. I love
Right.
that. Na there's higher than you. As in, merong mas malaki sa'yo.
Tama.
Yun eh. Kapag mas magiging humble ka kapag alam mong may mas mataas sa'yo.
Yeah.
And that's Lord.
Diba? So this is really evangelism nga. Alam mo yun, we respect naman different people of different faith or if you believe or you don't believe, that's on you. Pero to me, sobrang refreshing nung mga tao na, like I said kasi, yung relationship ko when I talk about my faith, very personal siya. Kasi ayoko lang, it's a part of me that I don't want people to have anything to say about. Kasi amin lang yun eh. Pero also, faith is something that has kept me going. And maybe, just maybe, by sharing this through this podcast, it will also help them to come into terms with their faith. That no, it's not something to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
It's not something to be hidden. You can have a relationship with God. Talk about it, and maybe it's the reason why you will live a happier, fuller life. I could not think of a day that I did not go praying. Naalala ko to nung Drag Race Season 1. Siyempre, pagbalik mo sa hotel, wala ka namang ibang gamit eh. Ang meron lang dun sa hotel nun, Bible. Ayoko siyang basahin kasi puro mga MFFF. Mga TH siya. Saka medyo, maano siyang basahin talaga. Medyo nakakatakot magbasa ng Bible kasi laging pinapagalitan ni Oo,
Lord.
lagi kang paparusahan. Pag hindi mo ginawa to, the wrath of God kineso, ganyan. But, what kept me going when everything is at stake, when there is nothing that is assured to your name, there is no guarantee, was the faith. That's what kept me going. I prayed not to win, pero I prayed to have the heart to accept kung ano man yung faith, ano man yung kalalabasan na ibibigay sa akin. Because a lot of people, a lot of drag queens, a lot of people that I know struggle. May anxiety attack, nasa stress sila, they have this. I also have things like that. I've also been through therapy and everything. But I think what really got me through all these was that the knowledge and the faith that there is a higher power that will always work in my favor. Walang gagawing mali si Lord sa buhay mo. At wala naman siyang ibang hinihingi sa'yo than to give your best to what's in front of you and let Him do. Be still and know that I am God.
Yes. I love that. Maniwala ka lang talaga eh. Kailangan mo na maniwala eh.
Kanina pag-usapan natin, di ba? Parang, paano mo nagagawang hindi magdasal? Why?
Yeah, parang, tsaka tawag dito yung praying. It's super comforting. As in, super, parang when you pray, you're talking to, kung hindi ka man naniniwala, kung agnostic ka man kung agnostic ka mang tao. But if you try praying, parang may kinakausap na someone, tapos,
Totoo.
maniniwala ka sa sarili mo na andyan siya kasi kinausap mo siya in the first place.
Correct.
Right? Ibig sabihin, there is some part of your mind na parang, hindi. Meron talaga eh. So parang, sige, ipupush ko to, itatry ko to, and alam kong nandyan siya kasi may concept ka ng praying. May concept ka ng kakausapin mo to kasi magsusumbong ka, magiging thankful ka, meron kang wini-wish. Try praying.
Yeah.
It's like a tool talaga para lang, actually para maging masaya nga eh yung buhay mo. Parang pang-end siya ng araw-araw na
Correct.
sa dami na nangyari, pag meron kang pinagsabihan, parang ang saya sa feeling na hindi mo man sure kung hindi mo man naririnig, pero nandyan talaga siya. Miss Eva, as in, meron talaga.
Praying is like, it's the one that pulls you back to your center. Eh? Praying is the tool that establishes that personal relationship with your Creator. It's like the same as kung kaya mo nga mag-update ng how's your day sa isang situationship na wala naman pake sa'yo. Bakit hindi mo kayang magdasal?
Yeah.
And tell God na parang, God, ang hirap nitong binigay mo sa akin. Parang problema to. Kulang ako ng gantong pera. Ganyan. Pero, gagawin ko kung ano yung kaya kong gawin. Everything ikaw na kasi hindi mo naman ibibigay yan kung hindi kung hindi ko siya malalampasan. Things like that really sets you up to believing that there's more to life and there's a higher power that you can dream bigger dreams. Ito, di ba sabi ko sa'yo kanina, itong pagdadraga na to, never nga tong sumagi sa isip ko nung bata ako. Hindi ko to pinangarap talaga, itong buhay na to.
Same.
Never.
Same.
Pero ang saya ng buhay ko. Kasi ito yung dream pala na gusto sa akin.
Yes.
Lord, like, I am living a life that I've never even dreamed of in the
At ito yung wala sa Bible.
Tama. Diba? So, I wish people who would see this be more vocal, be more close to your faith. Hold on to that relationship to your creator. Go back to your source energy, and you'll really be more grounded. Kasi this world will take a lot from you. You need something that fills back that cup.
Right. Tsaka itong gantong podcast din, Miss Eva, itong topic natin, ito rin yung mga magandang best testimonies na kailangan din marinig ng tao eh.
Mm-mm.
Kasi kung hindi nila ito napapakinggan, tas wala silang idea about it, hindi nila magagawa yung kung ano yung ginagawa natin. So, important na nasa public din tong about talking about faith, about Lord. Kasi pag hindi nila alam, hindi nila maiintindihan. Pag hindi nila napakinggan yan somewhere else, hindi sila magkakaroon ng realization time na, nga no, kailan ko ba last time chinek si Lord? Diba? So parang important to. Ganito yung mga gantong talk. Super important niya. Just like yung mga news eh. Ito yung makakapagbigay sa kanila. Mga kalabet, mga reminders na, nga no, what if I talk to God mamayang gabi dahil napakinggan ko to kay Miss Eva. So,
this is your sign to do it. Alam mo,
this is your sign.
Hindi mo kailangan umakyat ng antipolo, mag-aalay lakad. Hindi mo kailangan magpenitensya. Hindi mo kailangan kumpletuhin yung 7 churches kapag mahal na araw. Hindi mo kailangang pumunta every Wednesday sa Baclaran, every Friday sa Quiapo to have faith. In fact, that hotline is something that you just need to sit quietly in a place that is quiet, and you can already start that conversation with him. And ayun nga, hindi kasi feeling ko kasi itong mga gantong usapan, hindi to ina-expect in a drag-centric show. You don't expect drag queens to talk about God. But
True.
But I saw it in you first. I was inspired. Yeah, you know what? Ganyan ako eh. Ba't nga ba hindi ko siya sinasabi? So, I've been looking forward to this moment talaga to have you in my podcast and be able to evangelize.
Ito yung tunay na evangelism, Miss Eva talaga. As in, yung shinare mo na, the moment you share this in public, the moment na, oh my God, oo nga no. Para siyang si Miss Eva, parang nilook up ko siya. So, kung may ganito siyang principles in life, bakit hindi ko din siya gawin? Kasi di ba parang kung sino yung mga ina-idolize mo and what they do, ganun yung mga gusto mong gawin in life, di ba?
Tama.
Ganun siya. So, if this is part of someone na nilook up mo, tapos wala ka neto, ito na yung sign mo.
Yes.
Para ma-open tong mga something sa life mo.
Akala nyo maganda yung everything that I have, maganda lang ako, matalino lang ako. No, all of this was through the grace of God.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That's so cute. Oh my God. That's why you're so successful. And
that's why we are all, kumbaga parang we all have a seat at that table. You just need to get that access.
Ito palang free access.
Yes.
Free access talaga siya.
Yes. Faith is that access. Fairness, ang layo nagdalipad natin. So going back to your Drag Race Philippines Season 3. So what has changed after your season in Drag Race sa buhay mo?
Sa akin, unang-una, lifestyle. Kasi nung napunta na ako sa House of Ding, ibang-iba talaga yung tinalon ng from taga-Tala to taga San Juan eh. So yung umangat-angat na rin yung mga arte ko sa buhay.
Tama.
Kaya nga nawala na yung ignorance, sabi nga ni Mama Brief. Nawala na yung innocence kasi
may vision na.
alam ko na nagkapera na eh. Pero core ko talaga yung family ko eh. Core ko talaga yung church. So parang hindi ako mag-go beyond what kung ano yung kasanayan ko kasi yun talaga yung core ko. So, yung lifestyle ko, family pa rin. So, din sa family. Tapos, sa sarili ko naman, hindi naman ako rin materialistic, Miss Eva. Sa drag ko, kailangan ko ng mga new costumes. So, doon din mapupunta. Wala naman din akong love life na bibigyan.
Wala ba?
Wala rin naman akong anyone na pagbibigyan. Tapos sa bahay, sa House of Ding, puro ambag lang doon. And center naman kami doon. So, parang, yung life ko now, nasa magandang daloy siya.
Yeah.
Like, walang kinastress na parang walang super. Tapos may mga recent mga few issues with people na nagiging okay na. So parang, etong pinaka-state ko right now, super best status ko siya.
Wow.
Since, as in, walang family problem, walang iniisip na problema. Meron akong pinapangarap, mga more dreams na chine-chase, pero wala akong pinaproblema right now.
Wow.
So, best lifestyle, best life.
What an update yung diba? And the privilege to have that.
Yeah, yung itong stable,
that state of
stable.
Yeah. Talagang now more than ever, mas dati parang yung pag sinabing Zimba, parang naisip mo parang lion, ganyan, parang jungle animalistic attack, ganyan, diba? But now, like we see that you're slowly being able to fine-tune where you are good at. Sobrang iconic ng mga Doechii and SZA performance to the point na talaga napapansin ka ng mga ng mga international artists. How does that make you feel?
Super cute. Sabi sa akin nila Tito Ada, pag nire-post nila yung poster ko sa Adonis kapag nag-Vice, Queen of Notice na daw ako. Hindi daw ako Queen of the Jungle, Queen of Notice. I don't know, wala siya sa sa mga goal ko noon yung mapansin ni Doechii, ni SZA, ni Lady Gaga, ni Marina Summers. Wala siya sa mga goals ko, pero nung nag-start siya mapansin, nagtuloy-tuloy. Tapos naging unintentionally or intentionally, every time I perform, may mga ganun ng kapansin-pansin ba to? So parang mas ibig sabihin, mas level up yung standard ko for myself. Mas napapaganda yung binibigay kong craft, drag, performances. Kasi, at the back of my mind, parang, kung hindi man to kapansin-pansin internationally, ganun ba ka-level yung impact ng gagawin kong performance. So, one way siya para makapag-deliver.
Correct.
Hindi siya one way para lang mapaganda yung para lang makapagpapansin. One way siya para mag-deliver as a drag artist and para tip your queens kasi yun yung mga magagandang validation. Parang hindi man nila ako matipan. Nag-comment naman sila sa akin online.
Totoo.
And I like it super as in nakakataas siya ng value sa sarili as an artist, ng equity. Kasi sino ba naman tayo? Nasa Pilipinas lang naman tayo tapos mapapansin ka ng pinaperform mo si Doechii, SZA, and kasi naman.
Tsaka ilang tao ang nagpa-perform ng Doechii, SZA sa buong mundo. Yung sa'yo, yung napansin. Nung diba? Honestly, isa talaga sa mga favorite kong i-book, especially sa Drag in the South, for stages as big as Drag in the South, si Zimba. Kasi hindi ka titipirin. Talagang all out. And it's been consistent. There was this one time na nag-SZA ka, yung nakalanggam ka na.
Yes.
Sobra yung commitment niya dun sa langgam look na yun, te. Hindi niya tinatanggal yung prosthetic niya buong araw. Galing pa sa baksilog. To dits. Hanggang gabi. Para mahigit 12 hours, mahigit mo nang suot yung prosthetic mo. Ang ganun lang siya. Tahimik lang siya. Nagko-conserve ng energy. Natatawa ka na naawa. Pero parang, oh my God, grabe yung commitment ni SZA. Sinong queen ang may ganung level of dedication sa kanilang art. Diba?
Kaya rin siguro binibigay ni Lord yung mga recognition online kasi ganun ang commitment na ginagawa ko in the first place. So parang, sige, bigyan na kita ng ganito. Ang galing-galing mo naman, anak eh. So,
tama.
Ibig sabihin lang, nagpe-pay off yung mga bagay na ginagawa ko for my craft and para mapaganda yung etong si Zimba na binubuo ko, di ba? Ako naman yung gumagawa ng persona kayo, so might as well bonggahan ko na para inspiring din. Kasi pang nakakataas siya ng excellence ng Filipino drag eh. Yung mga ganun online, tapos sinasabing, this is a Filipino queen. So parang tumataas ngayon yung image ng Filipino queens kasi may mga ginagawa tayong pa-under online na napapansin internationally.
Grabe. Grabe yung syempre, yung ganyan mong pag-iisip is really highly commendable. It's like, I have met queens na parang, done na sila eh. Kasi alam nilang wala silang gagawing mali. Kasi, they're, but you you know that every time you go out there, kung meron ka pang igagaling ng konti, bigay mo na, ito mo na.
Yes. Ihirit mo na yan as in todo-todo.
Kasi dito na sa industry, lalo na dito sa industriya natin, ilan na tayong, ang dami na nating Ru girls, ang daming magagaling, ang daming talented. Kasi talent is the bare minimum sa industriyang to. Dapat sana, gusto mong maging sikat, sana naman, malamang, sana naman talented ka. But work ethics, mindset,
Ito nagkakaiba.
dun talaga siya nagkakatalo. That's what sets superstars apart. It's when you have that kind of mindset na you give it your all, you give it more. Because, not because you expect anything, but because that's just the kind of person I am.
You are, yeah.
Ganun di ba yung training ni Briggs?
Opo. As in, ibang klase rin si Mama Briggs. Parang sabi niya, girl, kaya naman lahat mag-Beyonce. Kaya naman lahat, nung ginagawa mo jump street, kaya din naman lahat ng mga baby queens yan. Ano bang bago sa'yo? Anong makukuha ng tao na hindi nila makukuha
Diba?
sa ibang tao? So, tsaka ano yung kaya mong i-offer na different sa normal mong ginagawa? So,
Tama.
lagi niya kami challenge and achieve naman. Bukod pa doon, Miss Eva, parang hindi ko rin ito-challenge yung sarili ko kung ako lang eh. Kailangan mo rin talaga ng mga taong mag-push sa'yo.
Right.
And that's my house of ding.
Right.
Kasi kung hindi ganun kabongga yung ginagawa ng mga kapatid ko at ni Mother Brigading, hindi ko na siya bobonggahan. Kasi nagsasettle kami sabay-sabay sa les. Pero
Tama.
since ang gagaling nila, ay, panganay pa ako ha. Kailangan ko rin ilaban
Oo nga pala, panganay
Una
kang
panganay ako. Pangalawa, nag-girl na ako. So, dapat next level na rin. So, ayun yung mga nakapagpa-challenge sa akin as our drag artist and as Zimbadine.
Ang galing kasi you are, sabi nga nila ba, you are the average of the people that you hang out with most of the time. So talagang kung ang average ng standard nyo is here, talagang, alright.
Correct. Tapos ang dami nagsasabi sa akin, Miss Eva, parang di ba every time I perform, parang puro production, puro lalaki, parang, uy, try mo naman yung kalma-kalma na lang. But that's my kalmado. Parang, that's my standard nga. So parang, ano bang hihingin nyo sa akin bumaba, papangitin. Ayun nga yung standard ko for myself. So parang,
correct.
Ibigay nyo na sa akin kung gusto ko doing the most dito kasi yun talaga yung gusto kong ipakita sa tao. So,
sana wag kang magbago. Or feeling ko kasi parang, baka some will say na parang, kasi 1-2 years ka pa lang eh. Na parang, I think, pwede rin kasi we can talk again. Pang ilang years na ba ako? 9 years? 8 years na ako.
Is it the same grade?
Medyo hindi na. Pero kasi it's because the hardware is tired.
Like parang iba na rin yung offer mo ngayon.
Parang what I am good at is ang main offering ko is this brain. It's the production, the hit podcast.
Correct.
Yun na yung offering ko eh. Nung bata-bata naman ako, talagang ray-ray din ako. Imagine sa streets ng Singapore, naka-Chinese ako. Nag-iimbita ako ng tao para pumasok sa restaurant. Ganun akong klaseng drag queen nun. Talagang lahat ng racket up. Kahit libre. Go, attack. Talagang full drag.
May tips.
Doing the most din ako nung bata pa ako. So, I hope you keep that. But more than anything, you keep that faith. I think your faith plus talent, it makes you invincible in this industry.
Makes you the superstar. Faith and talent. Bagong word yung faith for drag queens talaga.
Totoo.
If there's one thing na gusto kong matutunan nyo, I think yun.
Have that
strengthen the faith.
Right.
Have the faith. Kung meron ng faith, palakasin pa yung faith kay Lord talaga.
Tama. People would want to ask, kapag nag-ring yung telepono, dalawang telepono nag-ring, yung isa tumatawag ng Slation Royale, Drag Race Philippines. Yung isa nagtatawag ng International All-Stars. Anong una mong sasagutin?
International. As in, I wanna compete again, Miss Eva. Pero this time, I want it internationally na. Kasi I feel like kung di man ako na-feed, I want it for myself din na gusto ko sa international kasi parang best din for them. Parang mas mapipick up din nila yung drag ko. Parang representation naman, parang I can also represent Philippines well then. So parang might as well try na yung mas kung saan ka mata-challenge. Kasi again, di ba, parang sabi nga, kung meron kang dalawang option, kung dito basta nakasanayan mo na or sa mata-challenge ka, always choose the uncomfy one. Kasi andun yung panibagong story, andun yung panibagong lesson, andun yung panibagong learning. So, dun ako sa mas mapapahirapan siguro ako.
Right. And you can speak the language well.
Yeah. And And I can jump split there too. Gusto ko na mag-jump split sa ibang bansa.
Alam mo si Mother Ru, she's just like us. She's, first and foremost, she's a huge fan of drag. She loves the kind of drag na parang feeling ko we all love to see in a drag show. Well, like, gusto natin ng nakakatawa, gusto natin ng glamazon, gusto rin natin ng nagsasplit, gusto natin ng ganito, ganyan. So I think you will be a good representation of Filipino drag.
You think so? Oh my God, I'm so
May
excited.
pagsumali ka, sabihin mo ako, ha?
Sponsoran niyo ako yung Iba One.
I'll help you. I'll help you.
God,
Pero parang,
I can't
oo nga, I
wait.
see Zimba international.
Me
I would
too.
want to see you there. I would
Same.
really want. I want to see Mama Ru like, like mag-gag
Yes.
siya. Na parang napakita ka niya.
I can't wait.
And especially kung ang training mo is Mama Briggs mo. Tapos meron kang Tita Iba dito.
Yeah. Oh my God, what
I think you're really set to represent us there very well.
I can't wait. Lord, ito, susubukin kita, Lord. Lord, kung nanonood ka man ngayon, Lord,
Yeah.
give this one to me, as in,
We've already started this talk about faith, is that how you pray also matters. When I pray, for example, I want to pray to win something, pero you don't pray for the prize. You pray to become the person that is worthy of that. That's how at least the manifestation works that way. At least when I pray, it's like, Lord, if I'm gonna pray to be in the international, to compete internationally, please give me the circumstances that will
Yes,
allow me
actually, ganung
the
level yung
lessons that
prayers
will
na
give me the tools and will make me worthy of a queen.
Diyan naman ako tinutulungan ni Mama Briggs. Yung journey kong, kasi lagi ako lang nagsasabi sa kanya, I feel like magkakompete ako internationally. So, yung sinabi ko sa kanya yun, lahat na nang ginagawa niya sa akin, kaya pag good morning, Miss International.
I love
Pumamag ka
it.
na, Miss International.
I love.
Ganun, as in, dun na napupunta yung parang routine namin. Gusto mo mag-international, magluto ka. Ganun. Mag-international, ano ka dyan, walis ka dyan. Tapos parang, kung pampa-GV man siya, nakakabuo siya ng fantasy. Oo nga, gusto ko mag-international. Dapat, alam ko to ngayon. Dapat, ito yung mga way para mag-international, kukunin ko yan.
Oo.
Ganun.
Totoo siya. Alam mo, kami ni Marina, I would like to believe na sobrang lakas namin mag-manifest together.
I love that.
Like when season 1 pa lang, actually Drag Race pa lang, talagang ganyan na yung, kung anong gusto ni Marina, go sis, magre-release ka ng single na walang makikinig, tayo lang, mag-release ka dyan. Gusto mo mag-podcast ka. International ka, yes. All-star, yes. Talagang, you need people like that in your life.
Yeah.
Like people whom you can open your dreams.
Correct.
And they'll be a safe space for your dreams and they will push you there. Hindi nila gagamitin yun para pagtawanan ka or they will not but they know that wala man sa harap nila or they will make you believe it because they will tell you that they believe it.
Tsaka naniniwala rin sila sa'yo na kaya mo. Right? Tsaka parang dapat choose the people din na kung saan mo siya sasabihin para di ka rin ma-take advantage. Kasi ayun yung mga bagay na bumubuo na pagkatao mo, ganito ka mangarap. Paka-OA mo naman kung ganito ka mangarap tapos ganito lang yung pinapakita mo. So parang pipiliin mo rin yung tao na kung saan mo siya sasabihin kasi
Tama.
dapat alam mong kung paniniwalaan ka niyan, kung susuportahan ka niyan. Kasi kung i-share mo lang siya to everyone, tapos judge ka lang,
Totoo.
negative pa yung impact sa'yo kasi ano ba yan, nag-share lang naman ako. So parang,
Correct. And then as you go on with your life, basta tama yung center mo, tama yung intentions mo, the right people will come along. Kasi there's no way for you to find out kung tama bang sabihan ko dito sa taong to, hindi Pero manaramdaman mo siya And then darating lang sila sa'yo. And then you really need to do the inner work. The right people will come along and then you dream bigger things. Parang that's the building block. It starts with really finding your center and being that amazing person that you are. Diba? Then you'll be surrounded by amazing people. So may mga pangarap ka pa. Other than international, si Paul ba, meron pa ba siyang ibang gustong marating sa buhay?
ako po, bago ko mag-drag, gusto ko kasi mag-model talaga. With na yung pretty face, yung pretty hair.
Yes.
Gusto ko mag-modeling talaga. Pero I feel like my height, medyo nalilimit niya ako sa kasi yung standard for now. Pero, kung may chances naman talaga. Also, gusto ko rin maging mag-artista talaga, Miss Eva.
Talaga?
Oo, gusto ko makita ko yung sarili ko sa TV, ganyan.
Anong genre
TVP,
mo?
mga ganyan.
Mga reality TV. Star pa rin.
Gusto ko rin mag-act. Pero right now, kung bibigyan ako ng chance, as in, nasa performing era talaga ako. As in,
correct.
Parang dun binubuhos. Tapos, gusto ko rin mag-release pa ng more music. Kahit sobrang ambitious, pero kasi nag-hitong siya sa body ko. Meron akong binubuong song now. So
Nice.
Parang yun yung mga challenges na ginagawa ko, no, para lang extra spice sa life. Kung meron man akong gustong pangarap pa, siguro drag another franchise, another competition nga.
Yes.
As in, sana mabigay siya. Tapos gusto ko rin
Any dreams that's not related to drag na you want to do pa?
More than sa own house, gusto ko rin magkaroon. Gusto ko, bukod pala sa gusto ko mapatayo yung mapaganda yung bahay sa Tala. Gusto ko rin na magkaroon ng sarili kong place. So, hindi po ko lalayo yung mga breaks. Pero gusto ko
Wala nang magwawalis.
Wala nang
magluluto ng adobo.
Yeah, bukod sa mga yon, ano pa ba? Ni-look forward na lang. Ni-look forward ko magkaroon ng jowa.
So, ano bang type mo? Pareho tayo ng type eh.
Sige, kapag...
Tsaka...
Kung di ko man pangarap, kasi ang dami ko ng pangarap, pero yung mga simpleng na-look forward ko magka-jowa. Honestly, as in, hindi man siya pasok sa branding ko, pero super big yearner ko for a jowa, for a guy.
Nagka-jowa ka na ba before?
Girlfriend, pero boyfriend hindi pa eh.
So, no boyfriend since birth ka
Oo.
pa.
Tsaka, hindi ko man, pero bukod sa nilook forward ko magkaroon ng jowa, nilook forward ko na rin magkaroon ng, ano ba, sex life. I'm 23, so,
okay.
ayun yung mga bagay na
You are
makakapag...
so young.
Right? Pero yeah, yun yung mga bagay
Pero
na
ano pa yan?
cute.
So, virgin ka pa?
Oo, Miss Eva.
Wow! At 23?
At 23, and gay, and superstar.
Pinagdadasal mo ba kay Lord yung ganyan?
Alam mo, yes.
To that
Pinagdadasal ko siya.
intimacy and ano.
Yeah, kasi ano siya eh, nakakadagdag rin siya ng something in you na parang pag na-experience mo siya, may nakakausap ako na kapag na-experience ko yung sexual with someone else, mas mapapaganda daw yung performance ko in drag.
Sino nagsabi niya? Si Vinyas ba nagsabi niya?
Sinabi niya yun sa akin na parang magkakaroon daw, may ma-open daw siyang side sa akin na mas alam ko na yung katawan ko. So, I look forward to that too. Jowa muna please. Kasi, you know.
And kasi I think it's about, there's two kinds of being naked. Parang the naked of the physically being naked. And then the second one is the mental nakedness when you lay yourself vulnerable. And then you let your guard down. And I think when you let that happen, kasi meron mga taong naguhubad pero hindi nakahubad yung utak. Meaning to say, it's like, or just doing it for the deed, ganyan. So parang that's the kind of thing that happens in sa mga spa, sa mga bathhouse. That's like you're physically naked but your mind is still closed. But that kind of nakedness, I think to me that is make love. Yun yung totoong sex. It's when you lay yourself vulnerable to another person. And I wish na ma-experience mo siya.
Right.
But it's also very dangerous kasi minsan nakakautik siya, nakakabaliw siya kasi treads down that very yung touchy area of falling in love and being intimate.
Bilis ko pa naman din ma-attach, Miss Eva.
Oh no!
Kasi sobrang onti ng nakakalandian ko, siguro it's so easy for me para ma-attach sa tao. So, ingat din talaga. Ingatan ng puso. But, kung challenge naman yan, di ba? Bakit mo... Pwede ka naman mag-ingat sa ibang bagay. Pero, ayun ang Lord. Pinag-pray ko din siya kay Lord. Siguro si Lord na rin. Bibigay ko siya kay Lord. Bahala na si Lord. Pero, I look forward to have someone and to make love with someone.
Yeah, I so relate to that. Kasi I've had my first boyfriend at the age of 26.
Oh, sobrang
26 ako unang nagka-jowa. So imagine, isa ako dun sa mga tao na nagdadasal kay St. Jude at nagsisindi ng kulay pink na candle for love.
Totoo? Parang kailangan ko na rin.
Yung mga nagnonovena ng mga 9 times kay, basta parang
Did it work?
my Mama Mary, kineme ganyan. At the age of, parang hindi naman. Kasi nasa Singapore na ako nito. Parang ano ba yan? Meron ako pinupuntahang grotto ni Mama Mary. Na parang, ang pinagdadasal ko noon, Lord, I want to have a love story to tell.
That's so cute.
Parang people have been coming to me for love advice and I was like, hanggang kailan ako magsa-psychoanalyze lang ng tao to have something to say. Well, it's not coming from any experience. I'm just smart and intelligent.
You're just smart.
And I'm just book smart. Alam mo yon about things. And people come to me for advice and I don't even have a love story to tell. I want to have a love
That's
story to
interesting.
tell. So, pinagdasal ko din yan. Nakakatawa yun kasi ngayon kasi iba na yung candles sa St. Jude. Pero dati kasi color-coded yun eh. Green for money, pink for
Meron din for love life?
Oo, pink.
Oh, that's so cute.
So some people are like, ay, kulay pink yun.
Ay, cute naman, no? May ganun pala.
Oo. Pero yes. Pati yun yung pinagpaubaya ko din kay Lord. But you know, I had two
Eventually, dumating
boyfriends.
naman.
Yeah, eventually I had
Just
two
wait.
boyfriends. It was good, pero eventually na-realize ko rin pala na parang, love is just like an aspect of what makes a human being happy. There are many forms of love. Love for family, love for God, love for yourself, love for your craft, love for your artistry, love for your life, love for...
Meron na ako niyan, Miss Eva.
Diba?
You love for other people.
Yes, but you have to experience it first before you set your sights on something else.
Correct.
Eh.
Before
Gets
ka
naman.
maging over your
Hopeless
guys.
romantic din ako dati. Dati batiin lang ako ng good morning, mahal ko na.
That's so me. Why am I looking?
Sarang, pag tinanong niya, anong kinain mo? Bakit mo tinatanong anong kinain ko? Mahal mo rin ba ako?
ako nilike lang yung story. Feel ko bet na ako eh.
Sobra. Kasi you live, until ma-experience mo yung first relationship, you will live in that make-believe daydream eh. Imagine, iniiyakan ko yung mga Taylor Swift songs na wala naman akong pinagdaanan. Nire-relate ko lang sa kanya.
Kahit hindi pa nangyayari.
You live in the daydream. But yes, guys, I think your Instagram, your DMs are really always open.
Yeah, my pussy's open too.
So feel free to slide your DMs.
Oh my God, yes, please. Also, di talaga ako marunong lumande. So, guys, please, yung mga na-intimidate dyan, if there is someone man na na-intimidate, nahihirapan lang, ako i-approach, please. Sobrang open po ako. Di kasi ako marunong humarot. So, I don't know. Hindi rin ako naghahabol. So, I want people to tell me they like me. I want them to approach me, ask me out for a dinner. Para malaman ko kung interesado sila. Kasi kung ako lang, hindi ko siya talaga gagawin. So,
yes.
Pero ikaw na bahala.
One unsolicited advice from your Tita Eva is
What
that,
is it?
baby, you are such an amazing, beautiful, God-fearing, and very, very talented queen. So please, and alam kong hanap na hanap ka, pero do not settle for anything less. Okay.
Okay.
You are amazing. You need someone to meet you there.
To meet me there.
Not you trying to make time for people. Like, they need to meet you there. Because your first needs to be the special one.
Guys.
You did not work on all this just to give it away, di ba?
Actually, para lang matry, para lang ma-experience. Actually.
Naman.
Watch
And
this,
then,
please.
one good one, and then pag natapos na, tsaka ka na
Okay.
But make
Okay,
the first one count. At least, I think that's what I want to say. Make the first one count.
Make the first one count. Got it. Guys, take note of that.
Anyway, thank you so much, anak. I am so happy. I am very moved and inspired by you. I love watching you. And minsan pag sobrang tagal mo na sa industriya, you need to talk to people like this. People who have so much vigor and grit in the industry, and you inspire me. And thank you so much for sharing your story tonight.
Thank you, Miss Eva. I'm so happy I'm here.
Yes.
Jungle, ang daming Hinom sa jungle.
Yes. So everyone, that has been the episode for Evangelism. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. At least tick notification bell if you want to be updated on the latest uploads. Also, mag-subscribe naman kayo. Nod kayo ng nod. Hindi nyo dinadagdagan yung subscriber account ko. And if there's anything that you want to say, any suitors na para kay Zimba, comments dun sa ating comment section, anything you want to share, we love reading all your comments, okay? But until then, this has been Eva for Evangelism, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye. Ding ding ding.
Oh my God, that was a good episode.